Yo guys, long time no see in this format, and we're already talking with some friends. We'll be making very interesting content. I answer you that. It's we're sophisticating it, so it's taking more time, but after all, it's so much to consume nowadays. As content, I'm sure you won't actually uh, be like doing nothing. There are so many things to keep you busy, so to speak. So it's happening, but some friends ask me about something very important. Now they're telling me, now you're an entrepreneur. One more, I'm going to very soon be an owner in a third company. It's very busy, literally. The stress is like you can say it's like at least my people can say it is much above the average, so to speak. But also the income is uh, moving in a similar manner. So um, many things are changing for the better. Many new like skills. The skill set is growing, scaling. What to what else to say? Like I'm talking with so many new people, um, learning so much new information. It's just beautiful, amazing, shockingly like different. It's the change day on a daily basis is. I'll tell you in another video the whole story about what's happening now. Some sophisticated psychological projects where we'll be making something extremely new. Um, at least I haven't seen anything like it before. Some topics that are not extremely well like analyzed. They are not. No one has dug deep in them. It's something that could be fundamental for many people, so they can live a better life, and not only it's interesting in its like, let's say we are putting new realms and it's not software in existence in many people's consciousness, minds, and it's repeatable, but it's different for each and every individual. So it will be very interesting. We got a system, we are working on it. That's the third company now. Two wise men started it, and now we are joining with one of my main business partners. So I'll be talking to you much about that, but let's concentrate on the topic about on this video. So it's starting in the third minute and 50 seconds. It's about happiness. Many people are asking me, but are you happy? What are if you reach your financial goals, for example, will that make you happy? Because I'm not sure. And so many Europeans are thinking in a similar manner. It's like they're not sure if actually money are buying happiness, and I want to talk in a few sentences about that. If you ask me, first of all, let's talk in examples, because that's the best case to start with, at least if you ask me, because I have most happiest people I know. I'm totally not from them. I'm kind of happy, but there are so many sad people. But yeah, I'm not from the happiest at all. The happiest people I know are actually people that have inherited um, some capitals like some assets most probably, and they're scaling the business or they're just maintaining it of their parents. If I have to be absolutely honest, what I think, what I've seen, uh, and they're living all their lives, they're living the way they want. Of course, not exactly, no one is living exactly as he or she wants, but it's not so easy in this realm, in this world. But anyway, it's like, if you ask me, they are living very happy because they're getting most of what they desire. They never had problems with basic needs and never had to make the choice between, for example, a car and some expensive clothes. That's a simple example. It could be anything else. So practically those people, if you ask my personal opinion, I know about their net worth. It's around between, let's say, 2 or 3 million to like 30 million in dollars. It's like I think that they're not super rich. Like I know some people that are already close to billionaires, have network of personal or let's say family network of around, for example, more than several hundred millions, and I don't think they're very happy. The responsibility there is much greater, so they are always under pressure. The media is always that they have to be their own PRs in certain ways. They have other PRs to care for them, but also they have to be the face of some projects, so it's not so easy. They're always they're always under the light. It's not always on the scene. It's not so easy. So practically, very rich people are not so happy. If you ask me, that's true. They're happy in their own way because they're helping many people. Everyone shall be actually wanting to go there in an ideal world, because like those people are helping literally tens of thousands of other people in so many ways, and the people with lifestyle business, for example, up to like 10 millions per year annual net income, for example, they're helping hundreds of people at the best, maybe per hundred, a little bit more than that, maybe. It could be thousands even, but it's not fundamental. It's not on an international or on a world level. Let's say that they are just being functional, but they're also living their life. So practically the responsibility is limited, and on the other hand, they got most of the privileges of the rich people. So if you ask me, those people are the happiest, and it's that range is very important, because everyone below that, if you ask me, for example, people with less than around, maybe I would say nowadays it's like around 2 million, a couple of million, like small millions, like between 1 and 3, but everyone that doesn't have even that much, which is like 97%, maybe 92%, at least 92% of the people on this planet. I think maybe a little bit less, but I think at least around 90% of the people don't have even 1 million. I think so practically I know people that are happy that have less than 1 million, but it's another version of happiness. It's not the same, because they're still unsatisfied in some basic ways of that word. It's like some of their basic necessities, like basic needs, not the like primordial basic needs, but I mean literally between can I have a second pet, for example, can I afford another room for my children or something like that, a bigger house, that's or shall I change my car that's from the early 2000s, and it's like you can't, that's not really a choice. You have to do both of those things at some point, so you have to prioritize, and you're unsatisfied with the situation most of the time. So if you ask me, money can't buy just everything, but they have proven to raise your happiness, and you can check that it's very, if you check the statistics, the well, nations with better standard of life is proven to be much happier than nations with lesser standard, and that includes salaries, money, like businesses, business opportunities. It's just like that. So if you ask me, happiness is before. Oh well, that's my point. It's not about happiness. Is nothing by itself. Like, what's happiness? I think several factors are included in the happiness of each and every one of us. And for some people, one of the factors, for example, is prioritized. For others, it's the other one. But first of all, it's freedom. Freedom, it's like between freedom and certainty. I think it's between. That's what I was thinking, and I wanted to answer some of my friends. So in this video, I'm doing that, and I can show them the video if they want to, because it's answering the question quite well. I've been thinking, and I concluded that it's between certainty. First of all, many people want certainty. Most of the 9-to-5ers, for example, the people that are building career in a certain field, they're after like career growth, they're after the certainty, because it's like they know what will happen tomorrow and what will happen next month. They have a very well, so to speak, a limited path in a good way. Like it's they know exactly what they're after, their goals are clear, and they know how eventually it will work, and they have plan B, and most probably they'll succeed sooner or later, or a little bit later, but not with so much delay even. So it's certainty. Certainty is one of the most important factors. For me, for example, is the other one, freedom. So because some people ask me, can actually poor people, broke people be happy? Yeah, I think if they're free enough, if they still got enough for the basic needs, like to live happily in their own understanding, if they got the freedom is something like literally. There are some people, it happens from time to time, for example, for someone to, excuse me for a sec, for someone to literally for example, donate all his or her money and just live, like just start living, and just sell everything and just free himself or herself from all material. Like it's not disaster at first, but it's like from all like all of the anchors that are keeping us materialistic. So there's certain point of freedom in not having material things, let's put it that way. But still, if you ask me, money aren't exactly material. They're more spiritual, especially nowadays, especially when they're not in our pockets anymore. They're in practically bank accounts. They're like in different kind of well, digital currency. They're practically digital numbers, and they are not material. Very small part of the money are material. We are keeping several $100 in our pockets just in case, but mostly we are actually buying everything with like points from numbers, from like it doesn't matter what kind of card or app we are using. It's some kind of bank account after all. So if you ask me, money by themselves are spiritual, but everything else that's material is like material. So assets don't give you so much freedom if they are not, for example, generating passive income and that's their only purpose. But even then, I don't know. I like material things. I think that they have their worth, and spirituality and materiality, matter is like two faces of one thing, so of one coin. So practically, I don't think I think we need both of them. It's not like it's it's a part of a whole. You can't have one without the other. If you are living here, of course. So practically in this realm. So practically, if you ask me, you can be happy with less, but most probably you be going after freedom instead of certainty. If you are going after certainty, you most probably need more material resources, more finances, more capital. Like you feel happier, you feel more in your zone, more like in your bubble, and that will make you happy. If you're after certainty, if you're after freedom, you see more value in non-material things, like being able to do more things. But being able to do more things, being free to do more things, include usually in this world, once again, include money. So practically, yeah, I think the most free people are those that can actually afford living without thinking for the paycheck, first of all, without always thinking how to generate money, because you already got them in those amounts you need. And also to be free, or to have certain a level of stability, of certainty in your life. And of course, there are other individuals that will prioritize something third, most probably, but I think the most of the people are after those one of those things, because certainty is very much reducing the fear factor. And if you are like more easily scared from things, like you most probably will go after certainty, because it will prove to be one of your main assets to reduce fear. And reducing fear means reducing stress, and etc., etc. Usually the other way around is going after freedom. Freedom has many faces, but it's more what you can do, what you can afford to do, what you want to do, and having it closest to from the moment now, for example, as soon as possible, or in a certain timeline you want that thing to happen. So yeah, I think that's mostly about it. But yeah, if you ask me, between, let's say, 2 or 3 million and 30 million, that's 35 40 maybe, and that's the best, the golden middle with somewhere around there. And actually, if you try hard, I think everyone can reach that point. No, no, for example, let's be talking about family units. A family can actually, it could be friends, it could be like, it doesn't have to be exactly family, but several people can reach that point of like financial stability, freedom, where they caught around that much. And the sum of their bank accounts, let's say, they're relatively equal, like one of them is having 2 million, the other one is having around 3, and the third one is having like 5. It's still like similar amounts, and no one is spending all in one night, of course, or something like that. You can live without with that, like if you just invest smart, if you properly, you can practically make a living out of that. Uh, let's say above the average living if you just invest um, in certain right ways that are generating you like even more wealth, or just making you some passive income. Let's put it that way. So I think that's a very important factor. We can always go to that factor. I think we can't skip that. We can't avoid this factor. Money is very important. Like freedom that certain amounts of money streams are in your life are giving you is something you can't go without to be exactly happy, like to be happy every day. I think that's one of the ways. Of course, if you got some kind of sophisticated ideology, you are living your one whole with, like you have become something part of this ideology. Most probably, you can live with even less than that. Cause you are just living for a cause, for example. That's possible also. Different. I haven't talked about that in this video to this moment. There are several other options. Pretty sure there are many of them, but in most of the cases, for most of the people, those two things will be crucial and most important. I think many, like 70% of the people are after certainty, and the 30% of the people are the other part of the world are after freedom, chasing freedom. So if you can actually catch one of those, the one you need, the one you desire, most probably you'll be happy like every moment of your life. If you experience happiness everlasting. So yeah, I think it can be explained logically, because many people say, but those people, rich people, aren't always happy, and that's correct. But poor people are even happy in lesser amount of cases, if you ask me. So I don't know where's the point here. I mean, I don't know many poor people, even average people that are exactly happy and want to for things to just go that way. Everyone wants a change. Most of the people want some dramatical change, something to happen, something new to happen, something to literally enlighten them, their lives, for example, their experiences. The bad thing about it is so many people are waiting for something outside to come and just save them from their lives, like literally to save them from the misery. And that very rarely, uniquely happens. In most of the cases, people have to, like, we have to help ourselves. That's the only way. And there's something very important to say here. If you ask me, it's inheritance. Many people won't prove what those exact words. I mean, maybe they are proved to a certain percentage. Let's put it that way. But many people don't think. Society is making you think that you can actually, in your life, in your experience, if you are adequate, you can actually grind your way to victory, so to speak, to happiness, without your parents helping you. It's possible, but they're giving so much light on all of those people that have succeeded, that are extremely little percentage of all of the people. Most of the people that didn't have support from their parents, from their family, like if they don't have anyone with power before them, most of those people are failing, guys. you shall know that like 90%. So if you are in that shoes of a person that's in that position, first of all, know that you have to help yourself and you have to be better than most that are in your shoes to become one of those guys. But it's extreme. I would say many people won't have that chance. So practically, you have to be smart enough to figure a way out. And it's not so hard now, not so hard nowadays. If you ask me, your best if you're in those shoes, because many people, most probably many people watching, even some of my friends are in these shoes. First of all, try to figure some passive incomes in your life, some money streams, money riders, if you want to, that will give you certain amounts in one or more bank accounts each and every month without you working so much for that. Like, it's possible now. Focus on like online opportunities. I would say something that's cheap to, like, it's never exactly free because you gotta pay some subscription, but it's relatively free, relatively cheap enough so you can afford it without like spending most of what you are earning, like for 30% of your earnings, for example, on a monthly basis. We'll go there, let's put it that way, and that's the best investment. So you can start generating more, and only in a few months you'll be earning, maybe you can double your paycheck, like you can double your wage or salary or whatever. So you can double your profits, monthly profits, for example. And from that point you can start business. You can try to solve a problem on a little bit more global basis. It could be locational, it could be like but still, like, solve some problem for the society. So practically that's your business, for example, and you can get funded and the things can start from there. You can do that in, like, you can become that rich, like from 2 to 30 million, for example, for having in your having net worth of around between 2 and 30 million. You can do that in, realistically you can do that in, for example, 3 years, if you do the right moves. Let's show, because you can actually do that in several months. You can most probably do that in less than a month, but let's say realistically, everyone with the right time management, with the there's something very important. I'm not very good at that. It's time is very important factor here when you're wanting to succeed bigger time. It's like timing, literally timing. It's if you shoot in the right moment, even if you got less shots, which means in most of the cases less capital of one or another kind, but mostly it's financial. Even if you got less bullets, but you're shooting in the best time possible, it's very probable to hit the aim. If you hit the aim only several times, let's put it that way, you can already be turning the wheel, because reinvestment, earning a little bit more, reinvestment, earning a little bit more. There are some fails always, but if you by somehow understand how the system works and figure a way to create a system that's working, like a business model that's working for you, and you understand how to literally integrate that in reality, implement that into reality, and you can even teach other people how to do that, and you can sell courses and you help many people because that's a new way. You have invented or it's developed or it's already there, but you have made some innovations. It's it's how, like, this knowledge, if you ask me, is uh, getting you halfway there. You just gotta do what you gotta do, and it's not anything like easy, but it's possible, it's doable, and you shall know, because many people will tell you, don't worry. For example, if your parents haven't helped at all, if your family haven't helped at all, you got even better chances of success. No, you get you got actually much uh, lesser percentage of success. It's possible, like I said. Those are examples how you can get there, but you shall know you have to work even harder, even much smarter also, uh, to actually give yourself a chance, give yourself a shot, because it's not so easy, of course. If it was, more people would be there, but also more people are there each and every day. More people are getting there because now it's easier than it has ever been. Maybe we can, there could be a discussion here. Maybe we have missed, like, for example, if you're starting now, the best periods, but it's around the best. Now it's around the best period. Still, it's a very good period to get rich quickly, get rich enough to be happy in both scenarios. If you are after the freedom, or if you are after the certainty, I think you can get both things with one shot if you actually prove to become rich enough, which includes, well, once again, building passive income that can feed you, and then you can just focus on your most like activities, most desired activities. And if you can connect that to your work, which is possible, but only then when you already can afford the living without even doing that. Because if you ask me, if you, for example, focus on your hobby now, and believe me, I have seen many people try that. If you start doing what you want to do now, and start wanting to earn, have a plan to earn from that, it won't be easy. Most probably it won't happen. To be honest, I think it's like very small percentage of the people will succeed. Do you know why? Because first of all, you don't have enough to let's say pay the bills, so you can actually continue doing that until it gets prosperous. And it can get years. For example, if you're skating, but you're not one of the best skaters, you're competitive, but you're not one of the best skaters, you're starting to shoot videos about skating. How much time do you think it will cost you to the point where you can start earning a normal, like, let's say, the money you need for a living? I'll say it could be between, I don't know, several days, several months, and like years. It could take 3 years, for example. Do you understand? It is not so easy to start earning right away. You have to first of all understand what your audience exactly would want to see from you. You have to be super consistent, and when it's already a job, when you are looking at it as a job, you may get demotivated because it's now not your hobby anymore, it's your job. So there are many factors, it's not so easy. If you ask me, first of all, well, build some passive income, money streams in your life. Start earning enough, and then focus on what you wanna do. And if you don't want to earn from it, it's fine, because after all, you have already worked on that manner. It's already fixed, so you can live from the other. Like you already got income, now you got your business, and your business could be something that's not even make you money. The thing that you're doing in your every life, your daily activities, literally. So you now are earning enough, you have worked for that, you have to maintain it, of course, but that could cost you like several hours per week, let's say 3 hours per week. So that's just fine. And the other like many hours, the 160 hours, for example, of course we can reduce the hours from sleep, but let's say the other 95 hours you can do whatever you want. So practically you have achieved happiness, you have achieved certain point of freedom, and now you can, even if you want to, you can earn even more from your from the things that are interesting to you, but it's not even mandatory. So if you ask me, that is for most of the people, this will be like the dream like scenario in which they'll feel happy most of the time. But that's only my opinion, guys. You can share yours if you want to support this channel, if you like the content, want to hear more stories like that, want to hear my opinion and the opinion of some friends that I will soon introduce you to. Please, you can literally like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to know when new content is coming. Most probably videos like that will be put as premiere, so you can actually understand when they're coming a little bit before they're actually here. So that's about it. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Have a great one, and bye bye. See you later.